like myself, have been trying to figure out how to add it or incorporate it into my business as far as making things more, I guess, easier. So the way I like to think about things, and this is how I generally believe things work, especially in our field, is that there is a certain amount of degree of information that we need to know. And then step 2 is we have to be able to interpret that information. And then step 3 is we have to be able to apply that information. Now, with ChatGPT and many other artificial intelligence, machine learning type protocols, as someone who used to dabble in computer programming and build computers, was a part of that, when computers were like kind of coming up, I learned them. It is very important to understand that there are things that can be replaced by AI, and simply think of like algorithms. If you don't know what an algorithm is, it's basically a way to figure out what steps to take and when to move on. So like, let's say if something happens, then do this, and then it has another if-then statement following that initial kind of question. And then of course there are acceptable parameters, meaning that, let's say if it is 30 degrees or below, water will freeze. Next step, if you have a running water or an irrigation system, you should shut it off and winterproof it. If you have one of those systems, then do this. If you have a XYZ system versus a ABC system, you should do this. That's algorithmic thinking. Machines can figure that out. But for things like less known things and irrational things, like I'll give you a great example. Okay, the insurance program that I have goes against almost everything that I want, but it is really the only thing that I can get. Weird, right? Because of the offerings that my wife's job has. Therefore, if an algorithm were to try and figure out what I would get, it would tell me that I should do something else, or it may default into what's available, but I don't know, and I wouldn't know why it got to that decision, and unless I peeled back the program and understood how the machine learning learned and also did what it did, how it came about the recommendation. That is something that we as human beings can help with, and through facial expressions, tone of voice, just overall knowledge of working with people, we still have the advantage. Where AI, ChatGPT, and any other machine learning type programs, because there are many, I've used quite a lot, where their use case is the repetitive, predictable actions that people would take, or information that you would need, where or how to get that information at the flip of the switch. Because sometimes, for me, I just have a whole list of resources that I will pull from whenever something gets updated, or I need to provide references for my clients. And that's pretty much what ChatGPT is. It's a way, or all these AI programs, it is a way to say, hey, what was the Medicare Part B premium in 2015? It can go pull it up for you, and it can tell you more details. Like, let's say you're on that page, if you're on Medicare.gov, maybe it's an archives page, maybe it doesn't even exist anymore because Medicare took it down and replaced the data. But AI can go ahead and find that data and then weigh it against everything else that it's reading and make sure that that data is correct. And then you can ask it a step further and say, when did it increase? It would be able to provide you with exactly when it increased. Whereas if you were to just go on a Google search, it might not tell you when it increased. Like, did it increase in 2014 to this price? Or did it increase in 2013? Or is it a new price in 2050, right? ChatGPT would be able to find that information for you and allow you to go a few steps deeper than what you would by just quote unquote reading the headline. And that, to me, is where the use case is for myself. Because I always, whenever I look at anything, I will read the entire article. Now, fortunately, I speed read. I took courses from Jim Quick to speed read, so I can read, maybe about 4 or 5 times faster than the average person who did not take a speed reading course. But that now I have an even higher information digestion speed because I can now read the summary instead of reading the entire article from ChatGPT. ChatGPT could even take an entire, let's call it Medicare meeting, transcribe it for me in a way that is summarized with bullet points, and then instead of me reading through a 30-page, meeting summary, I can just read through the notes that the AI generated for me. Now, it may not generate all the information that I need, but it does take away, or it does take the place of an untrained individual that would otherwise be reading through or trying to, disseminate the information for me in a less time-consuming manner. This way, the AI can do it. It can do it for free, pretty much. In addition to that, it can also do it way faster than even a team of humans could do, right? So that is where this ChatGPT and all these machine learning AI protocols are going to become very, very, very powerful. It's going to become very powerful because we now can eliminate the need for people or for like raw information summary and raw data kind of confirmation and raw data queries. Like when you're looking for information, a lot of what I can do and what I've learned to do is figure out how information on websites are presented, and then from there I can go ahead and, because I know how it's presented, I would be able to navigate the page and find out where things are. With ChatGPT, you just ask it, and then it will find the information you need based on the question that you asked it. Not information is presented this way, and I have to find the information that I want in this broader range of information. I can ask it a specific question, and instead of it taking me to a Google search result page with, let's call it 10 of the highest ranked search items, it will find for me the information that I need without giving me 10 options of articles to read. It will just provide me with the information that I need. And that comes it's so useful. I don't know. Honestly, if you're still here 8 minutes in, honestly, I'm not scared. I guess I do feel a little bit of fear, but it's mostly excitement because this not only will this allow me to really like absorb and apply massive amount more knowledge through my own algorithmic thought process, through my own experience, but it will also allow me to produce so much more content and so much more help for people who I wouldn't be able to help otherwise, because just to the sheer like volume of people that I need to help. And I've talked about this to a lot of my clients about how I don't have, like, don't send me referrals because I just can't. Like, I cannot operate at this high level of efficiency without, in my mind, hurting the entire thing. So, but anyway, do good things, stay warm for those of you with the cold chill, and I'll see you in the next video.